So you'd have to put it, so it'd be 1.254 times 10 to the negative 1.
Very good. Okay. So now we're going to move to multiplication and division. We'll start with, actually, this one's not written very well, so we won't do it that way. Let me find one here for you. 6 times 10 to the third times 3 times 10 to the 8th. How
So
do you
then,
multiply these in scientific notation?
multiply? Oh,
Yes.
18 times 10 to the 11th.
Is that your final answer?
1.8 times 10 to the 12th.
Yes. It has to be in scientific notation. All right. So here's, I mean, these are all very easy. So let's move to a story problem here. All right, California has approximately 4 times 10 to the 7th people living in it. The population of the entire United States is approximately 3 times 10 to the 8th people. About how many times greater is the population of the United States than that of the population of California?
So
How
then
would
it
you?
would be California, or the US divided by California. I think I've seen this problem. I think is the answer 7.5.
It does have that in there. And I'm just going out to the internet to find these. But yeah,
Yeah.
I want you to go. You've got to work this out. Like, this cannot be done. I mean, you could try doing it with mental math, but I would recommend strongly that you
Yeah.
work
So
this out
then
here.
4 times 10 to the 7 under 3 times 10 to the 8. So that'd be 3/4 times 10 to the 1. So that's 7.5 times. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Now, did you see that in class? Is that
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
wow. That's and I mean, I'm not doing much here to like find these. I mean, I'm just doing a regular Google search. Okay, let's did you do do you remember getting a whole worksheet on that? Like, did you have a bunch of problems? Like, if I pull another one here, you're gonna say, I've already seen that.
I don't think so, but maybe.
All right, let's try another one here. All right, a rectangular section of wilderness will be set aside as a new wildlife refuge. Its dimensions are 5 times 10 to the 5th meters by 4 times 10 to the 5th meters. Find the area of the land in square meters. Have you seen this before?
No, I have not seen this one before.
Okay. Might draw a picture. It is a rectangle. It wants you to find the area of the rectangle.
Okay.
They're giving you the 2 dimensions.
Yeah, let me do that really fast. Is it 20 times 10 to the 9th?
Well, that is not correct because it's not in scientific notation.
Oh, 2 times 10 to the 10th.
Yes. Yes. Like that's the whole point here. Like, there is no partial credit for giving me this because it's not in scientific notation. All right. It's good. I'm glad you see this quiz. This does help here. Let me give you a couple more problems to work on here. Let's go 8 times 10 to the third divided by 0.5 times 10 to the 6th. So we'll do some division problems here.
8 times, so then that's 8 divided, so that's 16 times 10 to the negative 3. So 1.6 times 10 to the negative 2.
All right. So like you said, 16 times 10 to the minus 3 is great. And then you got to move that decimal. So it
Yep.
becomes 10 to the minus 2. Very good. All right. Let's see. I think there's one other one here. All right. Let's hear. So let me try one more of these. That's not very good. Okay. Let's just have you tell me these two real quick, and we'll move to a new topic. These are usually the ones I start out with, but just give me the answer A, B, C, or D in each one, please.
Okay. I'm gonna have to count that first one out.
Yes, that's in.
Um. B. I think it's B for the first one,
Okay, B is correct.
and then B for the second one as well.
All right, yeah, both good. All right, so let me just check back here. Okay, linear and nonlinear. Look at that here. All right, so let's look at something like this. Y equals X. Is that linear or nonlinear?
That is linear.
Linear. So it's in.
It's in a straight line.
It's if it's X to the power of 1, it's good. Okay.
Yep. If
But
it's
what if it's Y squared equals X? Is that linear?
nope.
So that's the same issue. It's gotta be Y to the power of 1 as well.
Yep.
Now, this one's sort of I don't know if you've covered this, but the square root of X squared, is that linear?
Square root of X squared. Yes, that sounds linear.
Well, it's actually the absolute value of X. So this one is uncertain for me how to tell you how to proceed. It's not a linear, it's a piecewise function. Now what they could do is they could sort of hide it. They could say like 3 equals X over Y. Is this linear or
So
nonlinear?
then you have to multiply by y. So the 3y equals x. So that would be linear. Yeah, because you can put that in standard or
It
slope
is,
intercept form.
yeah. I mean, I guess I would tell you it is, but it you gotta be very careful. I mean, there's actually a couple of Y can't be 0. But they're probably okay with that there.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find a few more here. I'm running out of examples here. So the next thing is you move to a table, and we'll start with some very straightforward ones here. And what the best approach here, because you can do this for not just for linears, you can do it for quadratics, cubics, is to take what is called a first difference. Okay, so the first difference here is 3 minus 1, which is 2, 6 minus 3, which is 3, 10 minus 6, which is 4. Okay, so this is called the first difference. Did you cover that in class?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll just give you a little more information on this. So if the first difference is the same, then it's linear. Now we do a second difference. The second difference, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1. This is called the second difference. This would be true if the first difference was the same, it's linear. The second difference, it's quadratic, and so on. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one is actually a quadratic, believe it or not.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so let's take a look at another one here. All right, is this linear or not?
That's linear.
Okay, so if it is linear, what is the rate of change or the slope?
4.
How do you know?
Oh, it's y over x.
So like 9 over 3? Give me a little more
Yep.
information.
Well, you find the difference of
What is the
the
first
y,
difference?
so it's
Okay,
12. Then
okay,
you put 12, and then the first difference for x is 3,
yes, so it's
so
12
then
over 3,
which is 4.
which is 4. Very good. Okay, so let me keep looking here. I mean, are these the kinds of problems you were seeing
Yeah.
in
Yep.
class? Okay. There was a better one. I had this for a student a while back. Where did that go? So let me pose another one here. Let's say it's X, Y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, and 5. Is this linear or nonlinear?
That is that I don't think that's a function because you have, oh no, it's this. Okay.
It is a function.
Yeah. No, that's a linear because it's like a straight line, right? Or a horizontal line.
That's right. That's right. So the difference is 0, and that's fine. 0 over 1 is 0, and that's your slope or your rate of change.
Okay.
Okay, so try this one for me, linear or nonlinear.
Okay. That's not linear.
Okay, I agree. So here's another equation to look at. Is this linear or not?
That that might be linear because it's gonna be 6, so it's gonna be 3 divided by 6. No, that's not linear, right?
If you solve for y, it has to have some sort of form like y equals mx plus b.
Yeah.
So is this linear or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so if you divide both sides by 6x, do you see how x is in the denominator?
Yeah.
That's in a bad spot.
Okay.
Okay, so let me give you 4 more problems here, and I found something that might be okay. Then we'll move on to something else. All right, so linear or nonlinear for each of these.
So 2 is linear, 1 is linear.
Okay, what is the slope if it's linear?
The slope for 1 is 2 over, so that's 1, right? Would be 1.
Try again.
So it's oh, -1. It'd be -1.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 and the slope is 3. Oh wait, no, the slope is 0.
Okay.
3 is linear, but it's like a weird linear, like you'd have to do weird division.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and do that.
-5y equals -2x. The slope is -2/5, or 2/5, just 2/5.
It is 2/5. Good.
And then 4 is linear. Wait, no, 4 is non-linear because it's 5. If it was x over 5, then it would be linear, but it's 5 over x.
Okay, good. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right, so that was linear, nonlinear. Let's look at your quiz.
Okay.
So you sent that over here. Give you some problems like what you see on the quiz here. All right, so let's have you determine the distance between the following points. Okay, and you're going to round to the 10th. All right.
Okay.
So we'll go -8, 4, comma, -6, -1.
Okay. Distance between. So it's like the distance formula. So
Yes.
-1 minus 4 over
That's
2.
slope.
So then
You're about to give me slope. It's
oh,
distance
it's
from
y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x. So then that's -5 squared plus 2 squared. So that's 25 plus 4 square. So I got the square root of 29. I think that's as far as you can get.
okay. Round to the nearest tenth. It
Okay.
looks like you're allowed to use a calculator on this. So
Yeah. So then 29 square root. So I got 5.4.
very good. Okay. Let's give you a triangle problem here. Let's say this is 10 and this is 9. I want you to find C to the nearest
Okay.
10th.
81 plus 100 equals c squared. 181 equals c squared. Square root of 181. Clear 181 square root. 13.5.
Okay. All right. Here's another one here. Make this a little bit tougher. All right. Give me the value of B to the nearest 10th again.
Okay. And the value of b, so square root of 71. So it's 71 plus 64. No. So 71 equals 64 plus b squared. So then minus 64. So that's 7. Yeah, 7 equals c squared. And the square root of 7. Right? I did that right?
It sounds good so far. Still got to go to your calculator and give me a
2.6.
yeah, that's correct. Okay. Could these be the sides of a right triangle?
Okay, so it's 41 squared. 41 squared. So 1681 is equal to 40 squared. Oops. 1500 plus. Yes.
Yes. Okay. How about this one? 3/7, 4/7, 5/7.
Um, 5. The 5 so it would be 25 over 49 equals 20. No, it couldn't be.
Okay. Tell me a little more because like, did you square the first two?
Yeah.
What is 3/7 squared?
9 29ths.
49ths. How about
Yeah,
4?
49ths.
How about 4/7 squared?
Um, so that ending up being sorry. That's gonna be 16. Yeah.
Okay. How about the last one?
Oh wait, it could be. Wait, then what did I mess up?
Do the first two add up to the?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try another one here. Yes or no, right triangle.
So then 25 squared 625 over what is 13 squared is 169. It's equal to 24 times 24, 576. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 576 is 625. Yes, they could be.
Yes, very good. Okay, so any questions on triangles before we move on?
No.
All right, so let's look at a new scenario here. Now, are you doing spheres as well?
What?
Are you doing spheres as well?
Yes, we have done spheres.
Okay, so I'm gonna just make sure you can, if you haven't seen or done a problem like this, that's okay. All right, let's say the radius of this is TBD. We'll make it, and we'll get a cone here. All right. So actually, we don't know the radius in either case. Okay.
Yep.
What is the volume of a sphere formula?
V equals 4/3 pi r cubed.
Okay. What's the volume of a cone?
V equals 1/3 pi r cubed or pi r squared. H.
Okay, very good. All right. So let's say the H is given as 12. Can you find the radius that makes these both have the same volume?
Yeah, so you just set them equal to each other, right? You set 4. So once you find the volume of this one, you set it equal to
Sure, but
4/3.
you don't know the volume.
Yeah, you'd have to.
You
Oh
know
wait, you
the
can't solve for it. So then so wouldn't it be 1/3 pi r cubed? Eight.
squared, pi r
Yeah,
squared
1
H.
pi r squared times 12 is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed.
Okay, so I'm just looking for the final answer here. This one does work out sort of nicely.
Okay, so then I have to get. I'm trying to find the radius. So I have to get the radius all by itself.
Yes.
But I'm trying. Does it really matter which side I isolated on?
You can only move it by dividing the
Yeah.
variable.
So then I'll divide the 4/3. I'll divide it by 4/3 pi. I can actually divide it by 4/3 pi r squared. 1 by 4/3 pi r squared. So what's 0.33? Right, 1 divided by 3 is divided by 4 is
So you
times
definitely don't want to use the calculator until maybe the end. I wouldn't use it at all on this.
Oh yeah, I have to do the keep change flip, right? So 1/3 times 4. 1/3 times 3/4. 3/12. So that's 1/4. So then pi's cancel, r squared cancel. So 1/4 of 12 equals r. So is r equal to 3?
Possibly. Sounds pretty close. So like you said 4/3 pi r cubed equal to 1/3 pi r squared, and our h is 12. Okay. So here's the things that I noticed. 1/3 times 12 is 4. Okay. The pi's immediately cancel. So you've got 4/3 r cubed equals 4r squared. Okay. You actually don't want to divide, but that is kind of how they would show it to you. We actually rather subtract this here from both sides.
Okay.
So it's 4/3 r cubed minus 4r squared equals 0. And then you factor out 4/3 r squared from both. So that leaves you r minus. So you're trying to figure out what goes here when you basically, like you said, the keep change flip. It's 4 divided by 4/3, which is 3. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you set each of these equal to 0. So the radius could be 0, which is ridiculous, but could be 0 according to the math, or the radius is 3. Now I know you divided, and that's fine. That's not the right approach, but it does work in this problem. Okay. Now you got a problem with like 2 storage silos. Looked like you had no issue. Well, I take that back. It does look like there was a problem with that. I missed which one it was marked off. Did you go through the quiz in class?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions on it?
No, I understand what I did wrong for most of them.
Okay. All right. So let's do a pyramid here. Let's say it's a square pyramid. Okay. Let's say the volume of the pyramid is 1,000 pi inches cubed. Something ridiculous like that. And I tell you that the height is I don't know, 200 inches. Okay. What is the side length?
Okay. So what is the
And,
side length?
and it is a square base.
Okay. Does it matter?
It does, because if it's a rectangular, I'd have to give you more information to do this.
I don't
Or
think we've done these.
you've not done pyramids.
I don't think so. What's the formula for them?
The volume of pyramid's like a cone. It's 1/3 the area of the base.
Yeah, we
What's
haven't done
that?
these.
Okay, so I will just change this to a cone and ask you for the radius this time.
Okay.
So it's a cone.
So 1,000 equals
And let me change the to 2,000 for the height.
equals pi or 1/3. So it'd be 3,000 equals pi r squared h. Pi r squared times 2,000. So then divide by pi. So 3,000 divided by. Am I using the pi button or 3.14?
The formula for a cone has a pi in it, right?
Yeah.
1/3 pi r squared
Yeah.
h.
Do you want it to be like in exact terms or do you want me to divide by pi?
Well, the answer comes out of this.
Oh,
The
you
volume
have.
has a pi in it. That was chosen
Okay.
by design to get you to cancel those out.
Okay. So then it would still be 3,000 pi. Yeah. So then
Yes.
it'd be 3,000 equals r squared times 2,000. So then I would divide by 2,000. 3,000 divided by 2,000. It's 3/2. 3/2 equals r squared. So the square root of 3 divided by 2 is the square root of 1.5. So does r equal 1.2?
Yeah, it's the square root of 3/2. I don't know what that is. Yeah, 1.2. Okay, so it looks like you had some problems on kind of this idea of like scale factors. So for lengths, and that includes perimeter, the scale factor is always just whatever it is, k. All right, but for areas, the scale factor is k squared, and for volumes, it's k cubed. Do you
Okay.
So like let's say I give you a really simple example. I say for a sphere,
All right.
the original radius is 3, okay?
Okay.
And it if I tell you that the new k, like the new radius, is 27, so that means k equals 3. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Sorry, I'm speaking here. Let's say the new radius is 12. Okay, so your k is 4. multiply your radius by 3 to get 12. How does the volume change? Like, I don't care what the volume is, but how does it change? And it's this 4 cubed number. It becomes 64 times greater.
Okay.
Now let's actually work it out and confirm that. So the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so that's 27. So this ends up being 36 pi. And then for this 12, it's 4/3 pi 12 cubed. So I want you to take 12 cubed, multiply by 4, and then divide by 3. Give us that value.
And then 36. That's not the same. So then.
Tell me what you get for the new volume in terms of pi.
Calculator. And 12 times 12 is times 4 divided by 3 is. So I got 2,304 pi.
Okay, so now take 2304 and divide it by 36. And you should get this number here that I boxed
I got
in.
60. I got 64.
Yeah, so the shortcut is if you know this relationship, that whatever your scale factor is for volumes, it goes up by k cubed. Okay, areas it's k squared, lengths it's just k. So like and it works for all the problems you've been doing. But I didn't know if you knew that as a shortcut here. Okay, so let's do a ladder problem here. We'll do an easy one, and then I think I've got a harder one on one of my question of the days I put up. So let's say the ladder is 30 feet and you want to be exactly 10 feet from the wall. How high can you go on the ladder?
You want to be 10 feet, then so 30 squared. This is just solving for the height.
Yes.
So then 30 squared. 3 squared is 9. So 900 equals 100. So 800 equals c squared. Square root of 800 is. This is. Okay, second square root of 800. So 28.3.
Yeah, very good. 28.3 feet. Okay. All right, so here's a question. So I put up on my social channels, I put up SAT, HT type questions that I make up. This one is a ladder question. It's kind of relevant to what you're doing. It's more difficult than the last one. Why don't you just take a look and see if you can how to work this out, and then we can talk about it if it's still unclear.
A 26-foot ladder. The base of the ladder. So then it's so then we know all the dimensions
Yep,
of the first triangle.
That's right. Well, you have to find the missing dimension, but yeah.
Don't we have the hypotenuse because it's 26 feet?
But we don't know. You don't know how high up it is on the wall.
Okay, so 26 and then 10. So then what is 26 squared? 676. And 576. 24. C equals 24. So then the height is 24. Ladder slides down the wall 42 inches. So then 24 minus 42 inches. So 42 divided by 12 is 3.5. So then you get 20.5. But it's not 24.5. So then you have to plug it back into the equation, I think, right? So 26 equals 20.5 squared plus 10 squared, and then 676 equals 420. The answer 14 feet.
Yeah, it's either a B or D here. So let me just give you the I don't remember, and I have to work this out here. So like you said, 10, 26, 24. It's actually a 5, 12, 13 triangle. So the new triangle though is that the ladder it shifts down, but the hypotenuse is still 26, but this is now 20.5, and you're trying to find W or L. All right. So I think 26 squared is 576. No, 676. Made that mistake in the video. 676. 20 squared is 400. 21 squared is 441. So if you kind of go right, split the difference between them, 420-ish. Is that okay?
Sorry, what?
I'm saying, like, if you go right in the middle between them, 400 and 441, because 20.5 squared is between 20 squared, which is 400, and 21 squared is 441.
Yep.
So if we go right between them, and you subtract here, you get 256, and the square root of that is 16.
Yep.
So it can actually be done without a calculator. I know the add thing on there. So, all right, what else can we do here? I know if we covered, is there any other? We got a few minutes left. What else do you feel uncertain about?
Honestly, I feel pretty comfortable with all of it.
Yeah, I think so too. The things that probably gonna hold you back are just going too fast, or
Yep.
not double checking your calculations. I mean, sometimes you don't even know if it's reasonable or not. You have units in all your answers. That's really good. I would just double check things. Your teacher asked kind of an odd question down here at the end, which is this one with where it gives you the equation to find the
Okay.
distance. But I mean, you were able to do that really well. I don't know. What else can I help you with? I mean, we got 3 minutes. I mean, I'm running out of ideas, frankly. Like, we've covered everything.
Maybe just like,
Let's do another distance formula.
okay.
So let's go y2 minus y1 plus x2 minus x1 squared. So let's say I want you to find the distance between 0, 1.3, and minus 2.7, comma 4.
Mm, 4 minus 1.3. Minus 2.7. And then 4 minus 1.3 squared is 7.29 plus negative 7.29, or just 7.29. 7.29 times 7.29. Oh, D equals 7.29.
Okay, how did you, like, what is your differences here? Did you get
I got
2.7
Yeah, I
squared
got
plus?
2.7 squared and then plus minus 2.7 squared.
Okay, square rooted.
Then you get 2.7 plus 2.7.
No, that it doesn't work that way.
Oh,
No,
yeah, sorry.
you cannot do that. That's
Yeah, but then when you square it, you get 7.29 plus 7.29.
okay. Do you have to take a square root of that?
Oh wait, I didn't take the square root. $3.8.
Yes. Yes. So what you did is not correct. You cannot. This actually becomes the square root of 2a squared, which ends up being a times the square root of 2. So just follow it through. Don't jump to conclusions on that one. All right. Good.